Okay, this one might be like if you read poetry and like you have to think outside of the box whenever you're reading things, okay? So verse 30 in Surah Al-Baqarah, I know we're still there, but verse 30 Surah Al-Baqarah, remember when your Lord said to the angels, I'm going to place a successive human authority on earth. They asked God, will you place in it someone who will spread corruption and shed blood while we glorify your praises and proclaim your holiness? God responded, I know what you do not know. Okay, so what is this about? This is about the creation of human beings. Firstly, what does it say? It says that there's a human authority on earth. So we are, you, me, all of us, as human beings, we're the authority on this planet. And that kind of makes sense, right? I mean, we're authority over the animals. We're an authority over the vegetation. We're an authority over this planet. We control this planet. But responsibility comes with strength or power. You ever watch Spider-Man? Like Spider-Man, like Spider. Authority and responsibility come together. Power and responsibility come together. So it's like, how do we treat the animals? And this is super side note, but this is why like I have such a big problem with like factory farming, because I think it's like we abuse these animals, like we abuse everything. Like you can tell when human beings are corrupted by how much we abuse on this planet. If you have authority over something and then you abuse that authority, then like you are something that's going to spread corruption in the land. But more so, what I think that this does is it speaks to human free will. Tell me one of you guys like or anybody who watches this, like my last video hit like, I don't know, it's like 17,000 views. Out of those 17,000 people, how many people are sinless? So what the word sin means is to miss the mark in which you aimed for. It's an archery term, right? So it's like a basketball term. You know, when you're like shooting, if you miss, you shoot and then you miss. And then that's like what a sin is. So it's based off like an aim and then missing the aim. So firstly, if we have an aim and like everybody's aim is to do good, I think that's what everybody's aim is to do. Because even the evil people think they're doing good. But that's like what criteria are you doing good off of? I'm sorry, this if I'm getting too complicated. An aim is a sin is missing the mark in which you aimed for. Who out of these 17,000 people who watched my last video, which one of them are sinless? And none of us are sinless. So we're here and we have control over the earth, but yet we continue to do faults. Whereas like the angels will you place in it someone who will spread corruption and shed blood? This is like literally all we do. We spread corruption and we shed blood. We spread corruption and we shed blood. And we screw people over and we backstab somebody here and we lie here and we do this bad and we do that bad and we're like a mess. We're like a total mess. But the angels, what do? They glorify your praises, so glorify God's praises, and proclaim his holiness. So literally the angels are like, according to this verse, it seems like the angels are like perfect beings. But the human being, we are totally imperfect. So if we are imperfect, maybe this book or all of these books between like, maybe this book, I'm just talking about this book. Let me talk about this book. Maybe this book is a call towards perfection, knowing that you're never going to be perfect, which makes sense if you think that in every single one of these surahs, it starts with, in the name of God, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Why? Because the creator of the universe knows that you are inherently flawed. And being inherently flawed comes with its own predicament. Whereas like if you're always focusing on how flawed you are, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to forgive yourself. Like it's impossible to do so. Because all you can do is like, oh, I messed up here. And I went through this where like, in my life, I'm like, oh man, I was such a jerk there and I was such an asshole there and I screwed this person over. And like, so you have to think, man, like no matter what you did in this world, are you beyond redemption? If you're a drug addict or a drunk or an alcoholic, or if you like hook up with like a whole bunch of people and like, screw them over, if you do like a whole bunch of things that are kind of weird, and then you come across this idea like, hey, maybe I'm doing something weird. Are you past redemption? So how can you be past redemption if God is the most merciful? So imagine if you reference my last video, talk about the source of the universe. So the creator of the universe, the literal everything that you can think of plus more than you can think of. Like you have subjective lenses, you can't see certain things or else you'll miss them. Like how many different layers of things are in front of you, but because you can't see them, you can see the object in front of you. So like in between us is a lot of air, but if you could see, so you can see through it. So it's not that the air isn't there, it's just that you can't see it, which allows you to see me, if that makes sense. So there's the everything. And the everything is quantified by things that you can't understand because you're a limited species. And that everything is the everything when it comes to mercy, which means that mercy is a thing. So mercy and forgiveness is a thing that you can acquire. Part of that is having mercy for your own self. Because all we do is spread corruption on the land. All we do is like screw things over. All we do is like you lose your temper or like you're a mess. You wake up, you're groggy. You go to sleep when you shouldn't go to sleep. You drink when you shouldn't drink. You guys ever watch that Conor McGregor video where he goes, I said I wasn't gonna drank. I said I wasn't gonna partied. I said I wasn't gonna do this, did it. I don't know why I did it, but we did it. And that's like literally what a human being is. Now, here's the thing. Like you can say, hide your sins from other people. And maybe you should hide your sins from other people because you don't want to get into an environment in which you're bragging about your sins. Like sometimes I'm like around like locker room talk. I wonder if anybody ever watches, will they get mad at me for like talking about locker room talk? But sometimes guys, they say the most repugnant things about like sleeping with their secretary and doing this or doing that. And they're like, generally they're good dudes. And I don't even think they do those things. But I think there's something about locker room talk where you like add like dirt into the air. And if you don't believe in God, like fine, just like don't say things that would make like that's embarrassing. Don't say things that like that your mom wouldn't approve of. You know what I mean? Or like your dad wouldn't approve. Like don't be embarrassing. It's repugnant to like talk like that. Because even if you're doing it, like keep it on the low. Like the worst kind of people are the ones that brag about things that are kind of weird to brag about. But yet we continue to fail. Like our tongue slips, we backbite. Like how many times have you gossiped in a day where you shouldn't be doing it? And what I think it's like the devil has your tongue. That's what I always say, because you can feel when it's negative. When you're not shedding blood, like when you're not the one like killing somebody because like you're like in a civilized society, but like you couldn't kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like you're full, you live in a good society. Like, but what do? You do the worst thing that you can do, gossip about somebody. What do? You try to screw somebody over in business. What do? You always, and then you lose your morals and you lose yourself. Like, I think like Jesus said, like what, like do to others with what you want to be done to yourself. I'll look up the quote. So Jesus says, for example, like do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Knowing, like, so it's a guide, and like Jesus wouldn't have to say that if we weren't these creatures that are like shedding bloodshed all over the place. We're not like, all we do is screw each other over. This is what it seems like. Okay, so let's go to 31, because I have like a minute and a half yet. He taught Adam the names of all things. Then he presented to the angels and said, tell me the names of these things, if what you say is true. They replied, glory be to you. We have no knowledge except what you have taught us. You are truly all-knowing, all-wise. God said, Adam, inform them of their names. And when Adam did, God said, did I not tell you that I know the secrets of the heavens and earth? And I know what you reveal and what you conceal. So in some ways, like it's like what does it say here? It's like I have a minute left, so like I'll try to explain this. Like it's saying that we can spread bloodshed, but we can also elevate ourselves above the angels. And how do you know this? Like read the script, right? It says that the angels don't know stuff, but then God taught Adam things that the angel doesn't know. Who are you? You're the son of Adam, son of man. That's exactly who you are. Which means that you have the potential to do great things or you have potential to do terrible things. And you could start that every single day. And part of that is like letting go of the nonsense that you did in the past. If you make peace with your creator and you know that your creator is what? The all merciful, the all forgiving, then why would you not forgive yourself when the creator of the universe have forgave you? Isn't that a way to hold yourself down? Wouldn't that be a trick of the devil to not forgive yourself? move on and move up. Thank you. Goodbye.